And are there kind of sort of real rules for workplace improvisation that you kind of, sort of, although you're improvising, there are boundaries that you shouldn't stray over?
Yeah, I mean, clearly you don't want to improvise work around risk management, for example. So sometimes I've worked with a big variety from like ad agencies. It's quite obvious how they need to be more creative. But then you go into much more left brain people like actuaries, for example. What can they get out of improvisation? And I'd say, well, half of our work is always very domain specific, but the other half we all have to do. We all have to work with colleagues. We all have to convince clients to buy products or services. We all have to come up with new ways of doing the thing we do. And these contexts are where improv come in. So it's not just we want to improvise everything. It's just certain areas we can bring in this skill set, whoever we are.
And I mean, the rule you started off with of saying yes wherever possible. That sounds like it could sort of land you in hot water if you didn't get. You could end up agreeing to do an awful lot of things you wouldn't necessarily want to do. Is there a way of saying yes when you don't actually mean yes, or you mean yes but not yet?
So I think yes, and it taken with a bit of a pinch of salt, and the language is less important than the mindset. The mindset is I'm going to explore and accept the reality you're giving me before I say my piece. So it's more of that. So, and yes is not acceptance, or sorry, it's not agreement, I should say. So if someone says, hey, you should organize a Christmas party this year, you're not automatically going to go, yeah, I will. It's going to go, oh, I accept that we need to have a Christmas party and you'd like some help, and I can be on a committee to do the Christmas party. So we're finding I'm accepting your idea. I'm not blocking it or knocking it down, but at the same time, I'm not going, hey, yeah, put it all on my desk. Like if you said to me, Hugo, jump out that window, I wouldn't say yes and set me on fire first.
But you'd accept
Like,
that. You'd accept that it's an interesting idea that is perhaps
I'd
perhaps
accept
worthy of further discussion.
exactly. You accept maybe I've been a terrible guest, and let's explore that a bit more rather than me jumping straight out the window.
Well, look, please don't jump out of anything. You've been a wonderful guest.